Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Today's episode of the Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our bonus packages. Please go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the bonus banner. You'll get access to all of our bonus content, and even better, you'll be helping out TMOS. So please quit sucking, and we thank you.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
I have a prediction down here in Southwest Florida, and maybe the whole state of Florida. I am concerned. I am concerned because it hit close to home, the COVID again, second time it has in the entire run of this. But down here in Southwest Florida, I know most of the country, you think we're all a bunch of yahoos down here, and guess what? You're right. We are. Down here in Southwest Florida, recently it hit close to home with somebody getting the COVID, a wife of somebody that I know that got the COVID down here. Are you putting your makeup on while the show's going on?
Yes, sir. It's not really makeup; it's matting cream, but technically makeup.
It's makeup.
Well, I mean, the only time you see like who is it? You see an anchor doing this is when they don't know the camera's on.
I'm sitting on the internet, Mike. We're not an anchor. I'm not an anchor. I'm sitting on the internet.
I know you're sitting on the anchor, but I'm just saying.
Look at this
that
beard.
would be something you wouldn't have to do.
An anchor would never cut his beard this way.
If you managed to pull your ass in 5 minutes earlier, you wouldn't have to worry about that. You would be A-okay if you got here 5 minutes earlier.
Went to bed at midnight, left work at midnight, 12:30.
Let us know we had to come in at 8 o'clock at midnight.
Yes.
Anyway.
Every Tuesday from now on, 8 a.m., please. Just for you listeners at home.
Thanks for doing that on the air.
Thank you.
All right, so anyway, getting back to...
Are you done with the makeup? Isn't it time to eat now?
No, I would love a snack, though. Pony, whatever. Oh, Wanda Farmer, thank you for all the candy. She sent us pounds of candy. Pounds. I'm talking pounds of candy.
What kind
sort
of candy?
Spilled over from the cocktail show, didn't it?
She's
Let me make a list. All right, so because we pick on Rob all the time. We don't pick on Oscar.
I'm here. Talk to me.
Let me make a list of the... all right, so the chronic tardiness.
Yeah, that's unacceptable, actually.
Every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Put a percentage on it, Rob, as far as...
Well, I think that what we need to really emphasize the fact is coming in late after you've told others to come in early.
Yes.
That. Okay.
But in
because
fairness,
that's stinging.
We will
that's particularly
ignore.
stinging.
We will ignore when I call an
off.
earlier
gloves
show.
Come off. Gloves come off. We can't
hold
ignore.
on. Wait. Let me finish.
Right.
I'll let you take your gloves off. So yes, we will. We will allow the late notice and all the other tardiness. I will actually ignore, like regular start times or good notice on early start times. When he calls the combination of calling the late night calling
What's
of the
late
early
night?
start.
What's late night?
Well, probably 8 o'clock or so, something 7 o'clock.
I wrote at 8 o'clock. Yes.
8:11 p.m.
Yes.
But
late night.
That happens, and by the response of the team, the immediate response, I should say.
Yes.
No problem at all with that, right? I mean, there was no. So, but the combo punch of the late call for the early start followed by the late arrival.
What's late arrival? Start. Being on time?
No. On time is, if you really want to know it, I would say at least 5 minutes before we start.
I was in my seat at 8 a.m.
So that's not 5 minutes before.
It's broadcasting.
Correct.
We go over, what do I do every day? Tell the listeners, before now that your gloves are off, tell the listeners what I do every day.
Mike is in his seat and takes him 20 minutes to ramp up for us to start the show. Every day.
No. I'm saying, what is my process?
Oh, okay. You sit down and you say hi to everybody.
What did your ass ask me a decade ago to do?
Stop being mean to us.
No,
that was 12 years ago.
Okay, so
you asked me.
Yeah.
You said to me that it would be helpful if I would go over my show prep with you.
Yes. And Rob, not just me, because
I'm speaking to you now.
Oh, okay.
I was here.
The whole show, really.
So at 8 o'clock, if we were really, if this was a broadcast show, which we tape even for our broadcast in Iowa, we tape the show, and especially when if the show's uploaded, we're very happy with that. That's fine. But as far as the process, and getting ready and ramping up and doing all that.
Let's up the ante. I think it's time to what is it? S or get off the pot. Let's do another bet. Last time I shaved my head. This time, whoever's late in the next 6 months, no caveats, no drama, no essing around. Each of us gets our tattoo on our on us, if like our tattoo of our choice on our bodies. Now the odds are in your favor, Mike, that I will be late. It's been a lifetime of this.
Do you want a tattoo? Is that the deal?
No, I don't want one. Why would I want one? I was just railing on your kid for having one.
Trying to figure out what's going on here.
This is a good bet. People tune in. Creates heat on the show.
But then what would be late if let's say today we had an 8 a.m. start.
Yes.
And if he was technically in his seat.
8:01 is late.
At 8:00.
Why do you make I paused because I say, why do you make a bet that you're almost guaranteed to lose?
I know. It makes it fun. A little more exciting in life.
No, it means
he really does want the tear.
And does he not have the crazy eyes a little bit today?
Yeah.
He has the crazy eyes.
How do I have the crazy eyes?
You have the crazy. You were doing a little. How about that?
Well, you're deflecting. I'm still asking the same question.
What?
If you want to make the 6-month bet that we did last time, which I lost, and the penalty this time is a tattoo.
About coming in, getting the tattooist to come in.
No, we can get it done down there. We'll send someone down there.
No, we don't need to have someone down there because I won that. Do you remember I won the last bet?
That's what I just said.
Yeah, he shaved his head.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I'd rather just pick on you right now.
Oh, come! This would be so much fun.
If you go along with this, you're going to have to get a tattoo.
That's.
What have you thought about it already?
No, I haven't thought about it. This is off the top of my head.
I'm curious. Will you put the teardrop under your left eye or your right eye?
You're on the right path, Rob. You're on the right path. Yes. This is high stakes.
And it's funny. You can accuse me of deflecting, but in a way, I believe you're deflecting right now.
No, I'm taking
in a weird, perverse way.
I'm taking the grander problem here and saying, let's make this fun and let's do what was successful last time. Not so much for myself, but this time.
Mike, let's turn tardiness into fun.
In a way, the last time it was easy. And I'm not sure. I'm not even sure why I am laboring over this. If
this was Las Vegas or MyBookie, let's say MyBookie.
No, I know. Look, I win this bet automatically.
9 out of 10 times. Yes.
Yep. There's 100%.
Okay.
I hate to say, but if I really care about it, and the thing about, I'm just wondering, in some way, even with the tattoo, I feel like I'm enabling you. Does that make any sense?
It almost gives him an out.
How is this enabling?
In a
I
weird
haven't
way
had
that
a
the
tattoo
behavior
my
has
entire
been,
life.
The behavior, no, not the tattoo behavior. I'm talking about your tardiness behavior.
I think what Mike is saying
Yes.
is that this is almost like paying to get out of a traffic ticket.
In a way, yeah, I would be so much happier.
Like
hear me out.
pleading nolo
Since we're doing
contendere.
psychotherapy 101. I would be, and by the way, I think I've actually, I've come over to the Oscar side as far as the tardiness, but it's still, every time it happens, to us,
you feel miserable.
It's so miserable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we feel everybody on the show feels disrespected.
Yeah.
And that's the thing where playing a game based on that, I don't know. I mean, I would still rather continue. I might just say, no, we're not going to have fun with it. We'd like to continue to wish for more respect from our colleagues.
I would say that the edge to the show would bring, like, as far as, oh my God, is Oscar going to be on time today?
But it's
Is Mike
kind of
gonna flip
been there,
out?
done that before.
The haircutting was, the bald head was fun. This is true circumstance and consequence.
It doesn't do it for me this time.
Okay.
It doesn't do it for
Anything
me
else?
this time.
Any options?
Well, you didn't. As soon as you deflected into the whole tattoo thing, you missed the point.
Yes.
And the point, and really a point that benefits you. Mm-hmm. I was about to say that I have accepted this because, much like everybody outside of Pony on the show, and Maddie's doesn't count because I haven't chalked up anything in her negative column
Maddie's World.
yet.
Right.
I really haven't. I haven't. But as far as both of you are concerned, the good outweighs the bad by it's exponential. And I don't care. I don't think I take motivation away from either one of you by saying that. I'm simply stating the truth, that the things you do that I love blow out of the water the things that annoy me. It's not even close for both of you. With that said,
I agree
the
with
combo punch, and Rob can back me up on this, the combo punch of the I don't even call it last minute. I don't think 8 o'clock's last minute, but the relatively late call for the early start followed by the late arrival is
I don't
makes
even think
me feel like we don't matter.
I don't think the late notice is as big a part of the fact that it is. I mean, as long as you know before you go to bed, I think that's plenty of notice. And I know that normally something like this is set down before that, but I mean, it's a little later than normal. But that's not the sticking point here. I think it is be there at 8 a.m.
And the changing of start times is mostly me anyway, so I'm all in on that because I have to do it all the time down here so that I can pursue my delightful recreation schedule down here in Southwest Florida. So I'm not going to
parenting. You have to parent, Mike.
About that. Yeah, parenting. We'll go with that.
Aren't you going to speak at Michael's school today?
It's career day.
There we go. All right. What's going on?
What's another consequence outside of a tattoo?
A piercing.
I don't want consequence. I want you to know today that the combo punch of a later notice followed by that is the
noted.
So because this is it. This is how I would describe it. And that when you do that, it is I have an amazingly busy day and I need to get this show done. And that's how we all feel. Well, you make the call. And it's always, with the person that makes the call for an early start is the person that has a commitment that they want to do. And by the way, we have been chugging along. I think it should be pointed out in the year of our Lord 2020, with knocking them out day in, day out for a good long time. We are going to be
more shows.
Be damned. Pandemic be damned.
Any
We have been
other
here.
year. This year.
Can I mention that next week that you're doing all that stuff to get from point A to point B?
Yes, I'm moving 2 blocks.
Next week, the show will be dark for a week, and we starting Friday will be dark for a week.
That's a horrible thing to say because we're going to have fabulous best of up every day.
But I'm just saying the live shows, and we are using the opportunity to also take some downtime because we have done more shows in 2020, the year of the pandemic, than a previous time. I know certainly you guys have done more shows. And Rob has done more shows ever than any time probably in your career for a year, right?
I will actually next week be doing a show in my basement, but just for the kids. I'm going to...
You don't want to break the street, Cal Ripken?
Make them sit down and say, now we're going to talk about old movies.
Iron Man.
No!
So getting back to the whole COVID thing down here, I'll tell you how it went down. It goes down where I got a buddy of mine. We all play our little round of golf, and then we exchange our money, and I hand sanitize, and I go home. Or I have a couple of beers. On a Friday, I have a couple of beers. And then that's it. But, I mean, I can't even describe how beautifully comfortable I am with the idea that we still do that, we still take individual golf carts, that we don't really have any contact with anyone, and we're outside. I am good with that. I would even be good with sitting up on a porch if it was outside. I'd be fine with that.
When you guys are out on a porch, are you still socially distanced?
I haven't been out on a porch.
When the guys are.
But even the guys I play with aren't.
Oh, okay.
So they haven't been since the COVID.
What about a Lanai?
Hold on. I've seen plenty of people that have been.
Okay.
Including the ladies. And that's where this
lady.
happened. And then it was said to me, so I come up to a guy whose balls I bust all the time, and I pull my golf cart up to him almost where the mirrors are touching. It's too close.
Yeah.
Just to bust his balls, nothing COVID related at all. He said, you better get away from me. And then he mentions who tested positive, and then I get pissed off. And because he makes the comment, we were at, and he mentions this restaurant's name, and I'm like, yeah, you were inside a bar. And I got pissed. I didn't leave in a huff, but I left. I left because I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. I hadn't played that well anyway. I wasn't going to get any money, and I got out of Dodge. And here we are again, because of failed leadership, we are in a situation where there are people, tons of them, that don't get it. Are we so desensitized to the news that we're not paying attention that more than half of this country is still a hot spot, is still busting out, that they're putting field hospitals up in Wisconsin, that this thing, no, people are not tracking with this. And I'm sitting here, and I said to my wife yesterday, I said, you want to know this place, and I don't want it to happen. I want to be wrong more than anything in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, Florida, get ready for phase 2.
Really?
I think it's going to explode down here like it's never exploded before. I am watching the school. By the way, the schools have demonstrated an ability and a system that seems to be working quite nicely, which I think is really great. It's the kids that are maskless because our dumb ass governor, he lifted restrictions on the bars. Mm-hmm. And it's a far different experience going into a restaurant with a mask on, socially distancing, eating your meal and going home than it is when you go out to a bar for 2, 3, 4 hours and you're not wearing a mask. And
did he not lift restrictions on everything?
Everything.
He did lift everything. And also, people need to know that the underlying purpose of a bar is to have a few drinks and loosen up. And that's
viral
not
video,
the
Rob.
thing. Right.
Viral video of our governor at the rally last night in Sanford, Florida. Florida's armpit, if there is one. And a viral video of him coming into the rally, governor of the state of Florida, at a rally, high-fiving people with an open hand without a glove on and then rubbing his nose. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? This is going to go.
It trickles down, Mike. It trickles down. They had a clip on Saturday Night Live this week of the president at a rally, of course, throwing hats into the audience. Yeah. And what they said is he looks like coronavirus Oprah. He says, "You get a virus. You get a virus. You get a virus." And under your seat, a ventilator.
It is just going to go down. It's probably going to be long after we're gone. This will be written about and written about and written about. Yep. You think this is the beginning for all these people that are sucking up to their orange douche? Let me tell you this. This will be written about, and I hope you people that are listening to me right now, oh, here he goes again. Yeah, here I go again. This will be written about for ages on ages on ages about one of the greatest crimes against the American people that's ever existed. Yep. Simply because it's so easy to avoid it. It is so easy to mask up and high-fiving people, going down a row of maybe 100 people with their hands extended, and then he shows him wiping his nose. It's not describable.
Do you believe, and this is for both of you, and I remember, I would say in June, we had a big conversation about people that were COVID deniers, pandemic deniers. Mm-hmm. And so we go full circle. Now we are 20-some days away from the election, and you have leader of the free world, someone who is leading the train on the playing down the pandemic.
Right.
He gets COVID. 10 days later, he's out in public high-fiving people. Is he
stronger than ever?
I was talking about the governor high-fiving.
No, I'm sorry. He goes. The president goes out and goes to a rally.
I'm talking about Governor Ron.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
D-U-H Santos.
I'm talking about Donald Trump. But it goes from the
Both
top.
Great.
To your point.
It comes from the top,
right? It comes from the top.
Comes from the top. There's
my point being is this: is if the leader of the free world and his number one stunner in Florida is the governor, and he's getting all of his intel from him and signaling from him from day one, if you recall.
Yep.
Then what is it going to take for anybody if they don't get it?
Right.
And then why would his followers ever get it?
Never. It'll never
They're
happen.
never going to get it.
They're going to write about it. They'll write about it because it's too simple. It's too simple.
And by it, I mean
Robert De Niro,
the common sense that this is real and it can kill you, and the drugs available to save your life are not readily available at this point.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to say, if you're a fat person, I'm going
I'm
to give an
listening.
endorsement. I'm going to give an endorsement of, I think, is it Tommy Copper? Is that the people that make?
Yes, the mask.
I believe the mask I got from Tommy Copper might be my favorite mask. And I wear a lot of the paper ones. I've got different masks all
How
over
does
the
it
house.
taste?
Is it laced with Regeneron?
It's just got a shape and fit that is awesome for a man of larger carriage.
Got it.
And but I don't have a fat head. I've never had a fat head. So, but I mean, it's just a comfortable mask to wear. And I every time I pop it on, I think to myself, how easy is this? It just doesn't.
Nothing to it.
Makes me want to scream more than anything else. It makes me want to scream. Wait, and they did it. It's not your fault, America. It's not your fault. It's they did it. They give you a. They gave you a false sense of security.
This is how terrible
and
it
like
is.
One out of, I don't know what the percentage is. One out of how many? 100? 500? 1 out of 500 people is probably going to get sick enough to die. Is it something like that?
Mike, I don't know the number, but I know this, that so yesterday, clearly as we're ramping up to the election, people are getting a little more vocal about their politics, which it should be.
Yeah.
Opinionated, yes.
Beat your drum. There's a smoke show in Scottsdale, Arizona that I was friends with, and I'm friends with on Facebook and Instagram, and she's a 20.
Can you send me sometime during the show?
Yeah, she's a 20 out of 20. And my wife doesn't know I still peek at her pictures. And
Has she ever bought you shoes? This one?
No.
Okay, just checking.
I'd take anything from her. Loafers, anything.
Later in the show,
so-
here's a little tease.
Yes.
We get a backlash on that story.
Yeah, backlash.
Cool.
Never talk about your wife on open airways. Then I flash back to yesterday, and I'm wearing my dancing shoes, and I'm looking through my phone, and I said, all right, well, here she posted something a long time. I haven't heard from her in a long time, and she's in a trike in Scottsdale because it's beautiful there, like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And she's
on a trike?
She's on a trike on the back, holding a Trump flag, driving around Scottsdale. And I sat to myself and I said, okay, how disgusted do you have to be to not find this girl attractive? And I took a beat because I was like, man, he's not a great leader. Can't believe she's following him.
I think I know what the answer might be.
But would I still do things to her if I wasn't married? And then so I have this like inner monologue with me.
Do you know why she's on the trike, Mike?
Why?
Because there's no bodies of water in Arizona for a boat parade.
So I got to tell you, my politics are so defined that I was like, nope, can't do it. No.
Good
Done.
boy.
Done.
I'm surprised at that answer.
Not till after the election.
That's right.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, if you can send me that picture, I'll
send it to you.
decide whether I would come up on the.
Well, you would forego
on the
your
good noble end of
moralities
that moral dilemma.
Now let's
Beliefs.
state the truth. Mike wants that for his enemies file. That picture.
No, what I saw is down here a long time ago. There was a guy that sent out a link with all these photographs of women in bikinis for Trump, Trump bikinis and stuff, and they were all strippers. It was strippers. I think do real well for Trump.
Well, no, they're devastated. They've been devastated by the. If you don't know, even your PPP money, there's a morality clause within any assistance when you fill it out. So
Sorry
if you're a lady,
I always thought PPP stood for something different in that community.
if you're in adult entertainment, you don't qualify. So that's why I'm
a
shocked.
shame. I'm against that. That's my politics.
No touching.
I'm against that right
No
there.
touching.
So to make a long story short,
Yes.
one of our people get it, and I said, yeah. And I said it loud around all these guys. And it wasn't anything noticeable, but I said, yeah, they went to a bar.
A bar.
They went to a bar. So where do you think you got it? You got it at a bar.
Of course.
Did you say
I went-
bar?
I-
Bar.
Early in this,
Bar.
I went out with my mates to an empty bar, and because we were drinking after and we drank, and then we went to a second location. I woke up the next morning, and it was my 24-hour period of feeling so terrified that I had done that I had and it freaked me out. Now, by the way, going out to an outdoor place where people are socially distanced, or even an indoor place, if people are socially distanced and you wear your mask, it's a question of percentages, of odds. That's
Play
what
the
it's
odds.
about.
Play
But
the odds, man.
Mark my words, if you're shoulder to shoulder in a joint and spending 2.5 hours in there, that it's a statistical issue. It's not a guarantee you're going to get it. So I was frustrated and pissed off at that situation.
The new
and we will
patient,
see.
the new diagnosis, what is her age demographic? Is she a little older? Is she a little younger?
Older. 60s, 70s.
Oh, boy.
Late 60s, probably. And here, you remember when we get the cars broken into down here? Remember when I talked about the eyebrows go up to the forehead? Suddenly, these people that have made a fortune with their industries and have everything figured out, but suddenly a car gets broken into and the eyes like, I don't know. Well, what about putting security cameras up? Oh, maybe we could do that. Just like, and it's the and by the way, I think this election ultimately will be swung by people my age. I believe that. I've talked to enough of them that are fences. But then the signs.
Unless COVID puts them on the sidelines. I have a question for your friend. And actually,
your friend.
Yeah, friend. It's probably a question for all of us. If you don't have to go to work and you've been exposed, hypothetically, wouldn't you say that maybe don't go golfing for a few days to make sure that you're okay?
Now, I will give credit where credit is due. I have to be full disclosure.
Yeah.
There is a protocol here, and there is a 14-day quarantine. So the fun has stopped abruptly, at the very least, and I wish nothing, who is a very nice person, I wish nothing on this person but a speedy, rapid recovery. But there is a 14-day quarantine, and I think that if you are not tremendously symptomatic, that will be a very, very difficult thing, Dan, because you want to be out and doing stuff.
Well, you should offer some comfort to this guy and tell him that 14 days with no contact from outsiders is just like you going to Maine with your family.
No, let me just say this. But here's what's not happening, okay?
Can you imagine Mike going back up to Maine right now? Jesus.
No, thank you. But
you wouldn't believe all the COVID in Florida. You want to come over for dinner?
Hey, Kathy, is the snow on the floor yet? I'll be there soon.
Probably won't be happening. Because the rentals are coming in.
Oh,
anyway,
right. Sorry, I can't flee to my other home. It's rented. I need income. It's rented.
It's true.
The sad thing is that the family's inviting the renters over.
So you asked me the question about to golf.
Right.
So I was going to give you the good, which is we're notified, 14-day quarantine. But you know what should also be happening? Unfortunately, it's a reality. If you are contact traced, and you've been around this person, that same protocol should take place. But do you think that's going to happen? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And you know what?
It should be a mandate. That should be a mandate.
I want to be as honest as I can. I'm not quite sure I would, if I was in that parking lot and this guy's wife, the husband was there of this wife that testified. I'm not sure I'd do it. But there are people, I think, that have been shoulder to shoulder that should give it some more serious thought. It's tough. It's discipline.
But Mike, this is where the show gets brilliant, and I hope you know what I'm picking up on, Mike. It's different when you have to call yourself and contact trace. You have this wonderful gift to call people as maybe a character and say, "I just
like Charlie."
Like Charlie, where you can call your friends and say, Mr. O'Mara sent you.
Hello? Not here, not living here right now. Nope. I don't know anybody by that name.
Excuse
Don't tell
me.
anybody to quarantine. Sorry.
Excuse me, Mr. Buckner. There is an Uncle Cartoon on
Billy
the phone
Buck
for you.
don't give a...
Hey, Charlie.
Bill Buckner. Hello?
Charlie's great at giving bad news.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we got to say, I'm sorry, I'd be remiss. Joe Morgan, Cincinnati Reds superstar, great broadcaster, unbelievable second baseman for the Cincinnati Reds. Lost his life this week.
5'7", who knew?
5'7".
All-star.
Let me give you Joe Morgan. Okay, I think he was a lefty. I'm not sure, but I got to do it righty because that's the way I bet. So this was Joe Morgan. All right, elbow extended at the plate. That's the way you do it. He'd flick his elbow down. That was his big thing when he was at bat. That was at 1975, Big Red Machine against the Boston Red Sox. My father was still alive. They Red Sox beat the Cincinnati Reds in Game 6, and then the Reds came back and won the actual World Series in Game 7. You had great players, and Joe Morgan Pete Rose, those kind of guys. Just spectacular baseball player. And a great broadcasting career after that. An amazing career of a guy. These guys
Are we not losing MLB All-Stars and Hall of Famers like at
an alarming pace?
Like every third day. Whitey Ford passed away this week. I mean, it's just they're dropping.
And shocker, I'm here to talk about the black guy, and there's Rob Spiewak talking about Whitey Ford. We can start the show now, Rob. Absolutely.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.
His name was Whitey.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business. From the entertainment capital of the world.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
For an hour.
Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
Was that a Spiewak production?
Yeah, I thought of you as I was putting it together last evening.
Rob interspersing Lorne Michaels and Dr. Evil.
Genius.
The character who Mike Myers based it on was Lorne Michaels.
It is so obvious if you watch.
Fun.
There's something from CNBC that I found where Lorne Michaels is explaining running the show, and he's got it's like Dr. Evil. Sometimes the host. It's
I gotta
just
listen
chilling.
to that for a long time. We are live from the Podcast Village studios in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., all the way from Antelope, California, Toccoa, Georgia, Denver, Colorado, Cockeysville, Maryland. I spent some time in Cockeysville.
Sure.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful town. Schuylkill County, Pennsylvania, Budapest, Hungary.
Hi.
Lots of literature comes out of that area. Lots of literature about that area. Budapest. Very interesting. Great books. Anyway, our show today brought to you by Legacy Box. Home movies can transport you back in time, but when was the last time you actually watched yours? Legacy Box is an ingenious mail-in service to convert those irreplaceable moments trapped on videotapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, and pictures into DVD or digital media. It's so easy. You pack and send. Legacy Box converts everything by hand, and then you enjoy for generations to come. I remember the best part of my Legacy Box is my father working at an insurance company back in the dark ages, stole a Super 8 camera.
He borrowed.
Yeah, because he did return it. He borrowed this color camera from Aetna Life and Casualty to take on his honeymoon with my mom, and I see them brand new, newlyweds. It's so wonderful to watch smoking. It's just amazing.
That's before we knew, Mike. It's before we knew.
But they send it back. Look, you get a thumb drive. Julia's first 5 years of her life are right here. I have them with me at all times. It's great.
850,000 families have trusted them. You should too. Legacy Box, remember that name. They have a team of 200 trained techs, and everything is digitized by hand at their processing campus in Chattanooga, Tennessee, right here in the United States. Get started preserving your past today. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS to get an incredible 40% off your first order. Buy today and take advantage of this exclusive offer. Then just send it in when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS and save 40% while supplies last. Thank you, Legacy Box. I have, look, I give
Transfer
you negative.
all of your memories.
Thank you. Yes. I've certainly given my school system down here a lot of crap about their transportation system. I have forever. I am here to say a thank you, a heartfelt thank you, because my son was virtual for about a little over a month, and then now over the last 2-3 weeks has been back in school, and I am here to say that his mask-wearing driver, Miss Linda, who is the bus driver, and I refer to her, I don't know if she's comfortable with it, maybe she doesn't like the pressure, I refer to her as the on-time machine.
That's sweet.
That's awesome.
She is for all the bus drivers out there, for all of you bus drivers listening to me right now.
And you're one of them, Mike. You were one of them.
I was one of them. Yep, I was one of them. But a couple of times I did it. I love doing it. It's a fun job. And by the way, it's a great job too if you want to, hang out with your kids and get some benefits. And I think a lot of these school systems are always looking for drivers, especially as we get back into regular learning. I have to say, Miss Linda, the on-time machine, you have removed so much stress from my life. You have made my life so much better that we have an app. By the way, and Miss Linda, in my humble opinion, is a departure from the regular transportation department, because when I hold my phone up, they give you an app that lets you track
track the bus.
the school bus. I used to talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
And the old guy over there, he's a young guy, was just horrible.
How
Couldn't
many
be on time.
how many iterations of bus drivers have you been through? 2 or 3?
Three.
Okay.
3, but 3, 4, and then multiples if you count
Yes.
substitutes and stuff
four
like
just
that.
here. 4 just
But
here.
this lady, this is her route. And I refer to her as the on-time machine because she's that good. And I don't know if she's comfortable with it because, what's this? What is this? You're fine.
Linda.
Okay,
it's a
very
Linda
good.
song.
I'd like to send a salute out to Linda. By the way, was super kind to my son when he was nervous the first first couple of days.
What about
And,
the time she overshot the runway?
I don't care. That was
okay.
the absolute exception to the rule. Yeah, it was her first day too.
Turns out she was just doing it to entertain the kids. That's all.
She'd never been into the community before. The first day. That was the first day. And so I'm fine. What did you say?
She was just doing it to entertain the kids. No, but Oscar is making light, but what Oscar doesn't understand is how stressful on a daily basis going to school is when everything is perfect. I can't imagine sending a youngster like Michael out in this kind of environment, social environment. If a bus driver can make it 10% more comfortable or easier, that's like the stuff that heroes
It
are made
means
of.
something.
It does. But remember, I'm never going to have context because I was a latchkey kid, and I would walk to the bus
And
stop
you're
by
infertile.
myself. And I would walk, and I would, true. And
Yeah, your bus could be 45 minutes late, and your father's at the World Health Organization, and your mom is going to the salon, and they don't give a rat's
I
ass. It's
remember
your stress, and for
walking
you, you're
to
just playing at the
school,
bus stop, right?
like roughly, it might have been 2.5 miles because the bus never showed up. So like a little pack of us, I said, let's just walk. And we walked. I remember.
Wow. No
And it's
stress
not
for the
that
parents.
it's not that. Look, this is before. I guess there weren't that many panel vans walking around looking for kids with Werther's Originals in their pockets. So I
Stanley Tucci across the street. Wasn't going, hey, can I give you a lift?
Great reference.
I watched that. By the way, I can never watch The Lovely Bones again, ever. I can't watch it. I can't watch that movie. I forgot how bad it makes me feel. It is such a gut-wrenching. The actress Saoirse Ronan, who looks a little bit like my daughter Catherine, I cannot watch that movie. It's so horrible. But your parents didn't sweat it because they were, you were the
living their
latchkey
lives.
kid.
Yeah,
Oh,
living
and
their
there
lives.
was no greater heart because my mom would leave for work before I would leave for the bus. And there was no greater horror than having to know that you missed your bus because not only is it a long walk back home, then you have to put all the wheels in motion to make sure something's going on. It was, for like a fourth grader, it's like running a business and watching it fall down around your ears. It was horrible. Horrible.
I remember calling. This is as a flashback. I remember calling my mom at the salon.
Yes.
And it would be like, hair designers. And I'm like, is Yoli available? and she said, sure. Like, and then you hear all this clucking in the background. And then lady comes and goes, hello? And I'm like, hi, Mom. Yeah, I have to call. I'm at the principal's, not the principal's. I'm at the front office. And I was late for school because the bus didn't come. Okay. They just told me to call you, let you know that the bus didn't come and I had to walk. Okay. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye. That's all the empathy you would ever get. They're like, you just did your job. Move on.
Looking back, now she should know why the cheesecake was so small.
And so tall.
She did not give. She did not give.
Oh, it's a drag. So it just takes all you bus drivers out there when you're on
God
time.
bless
and you
them,
do your
Mike.
job
God
the right
bless
way.
them.
Awesome.
God bless them.
I love her. And so the app is busted because the app is done by the Transportation Department here in Lee County, Florida, which is not affiliated with
The
individual
app
drivers.
does not connect to your bus?
No, it used to, but it blows up all the time.
Oh, no.
So would you like to know the conversation? Because call the Transportation Department, which I know is going to be a little slice of hell, little slice of hell on earth. So this is it. So there is the Western District where we call. That's where his school is in the county. And so let me go. And then you get one of these. Have you ever gotten one of these?
Yeah, hung up on?
Yeah.
No.
No, it's like an extra long ring.
It's a switcher. They switch to something else. Yeah. They get only about 2 or 3 rings at the second switch. Wes. Excuse me? Wes? Excuse me? I said, did you say West? West Transportation. Yes. I have a student that goes to Pinewoods, and his bus, the app that connects his bus lets us know where the bus is not working. It is not online. Call the school.
Oh.
Thank you. Click. Even though you're not supposed to call the school. But Linda perseveres because now I don't care about the app. Because I know if I leave my domicile at 7:20, that bus is coming at 7:25. And I want to give her a big hug on the air today. So that's it. All right, thank you. That's all I wanted to say to Linda.
Thank you, people.
Thank you, Linda. What a nice lady and doing her job.
She's got one job.
Well, yes, it's wonderful.
Actually, she's got a million jobs. God bless her.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, hopefully my wife will in a couple of weeks, too. So, yeah. You go, Carla. You go. You rent that space from that lady. Yes, sirree. Somebody's going back to work full time. Somebody's going back to work full time. Daddy's going to be able to retire in 15 years. Anyway, we'll take a break and we will come back with more fun and more thrills right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. Brought to you by MyBookie. I have to say this, that when TV sucks, and there's nothing going on, and your wife has gone to bed early because she's been working very hard. There's a wonderful, wonderful place out there. You can get to it through the Mike O'Mara Show page. It's called MyBookie. It's not just football. It's not like college football. It's not like MyBookie's got a lot of fun stuff.
Everything.
Did I ever mention they've got a little casino on there as well, where you can kind of hang out?
I visited that.
Yeah. Well, I visited it a couple of times. I visited it last night, and I did my usual, though. I was up,
yes,
and then decided to stay at it. And, and Mrs. O'Mara came out and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm supporting a client." Looked her directly in the eye. I said, "I'm supporting a client, MyBookie." She said, "Is that a slot machine?" I said, "Yes, it is." She said, "What client is that?" Distrustfully. I said, "It's called MyBookie." She said, "I thought that's the football gambling site." I said, "Yes, it is." I said, "Yes, but they also have a casino."
Yes.
Oh. I said, "Yes, so I'm supporting the client." And there was a standoff, serious standoff, eye to eye, looking at her, and she goes, "All right." And she retreats back into her boudoir, and I continued to play my Gemstones. My Gemstones, which was fantastic. It's just one of the many things MyBookie. Wait, Rob, you do. There are like 3,000 slot machines on there.
I've seen it though. It's pretty.
All right.
I think you're probably drawn to it like I was because of the pretty colors.
So I know MyBookie wants to talk about football betting and betting on sports, but I will tell you, there's a lot more to this website. It's fantastic. Never too late to get in on the action. And by the way, remember, quote me on this one. My name's Mike O'Mara, and it's all about the action. It really is.
Always has been.
My thanks to the Washington football team and the New York Giants for being kind to the spread this weekend. Thank you very much. That's my new way of going forward, even though I have to make one tiny more deposit before I continue to do that. Sign up at MyBookie, and when you do, use our promo code. I didn't want to emphasize that in the commercial.
No.
Sign up at
MyBookie. Together a to-do list.
And when you do, use our promo code TMOS to claim a deposit match. Dollar for dollar, all the way up to $1,000. Love them to say, "Hey, you're doing a great job on these commercials. Here's a little something. Yeah. Here's a little fun money for you, Mr. O'Mara."
I think there is a mechanism for that, but if you win anything,
I might have to talk to you about that.
Well, if you win anything with that fun house money, you don't get to keep the winnings because it's just about the action.
It's all about the action.
All right.
I don't care. I just got to figure out how to get it over there so I could have, kept playing. Bet on all the sports, UFC, presidential prop bets. I'm going to do that tonight when I go into MyBookie. I'm going to look at the presidential prop bets and see what they're all about. And by the way, other advertisers, if you're hearing MyBookie get a 5-minute commercial, well, it means something to me. It really does. All right. Okay.
It's fun.
I can only tell you so much about Harry's when I'm shaving with their great razors, but MyBookie, I've spent 2.5 hours of my night
Mike,
was spent with my friends
Tonight,
at MyBookie
Bills
last
Titans.
night.
Bills Titans.
Okay, Bills Titans. You know what? I don't care what the spread is. I'm going to bet the Bills if I can get that mad money, that fun money, transferred over into my account. Because otherwise,
What a great birthday present!
Start your winning season exclusively at MyBookie. Use promo code TMOS and double your first deposit now. MyBookie, have some fun. Speaking of our friend Jimmy Cerrito, I sent a personal message to his daughter, Kelsey, who just said the nicest things about her father. And I wanted Kelsey to know that every father out there really appreciates those kind words. She's such a sweetheart. She's such a good kid.
So sweet.
She loves her dad so much. It just meant a lot to me to read that as the father of 2 daughters. And, you know, the best thing shut up, Frankie!
Can you instantly tell which dog is which when they bark?
God.
Yeah, the Battle Royale's happening.
Yeah.
Carla, you here? Nope. It's the first time in like 7 months we've had people coming in to like deep clean the house. And the dogs are really happy about it.
You should deep clean the dogs.
All right. Oh,
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to call her.
Yes.
On the telephone?
Yeah, I'm going to call her on the telephone right now.
Hey,
This is a
Carla
short
O'Mara.
break. This is a throwaway break.
No problem. We'll pad.
I have no ability to. No, I don't know. I don't want that iPhone. I want to call my wife. Thank you very much.
He's going to call his wife Carla O'Mara.
Carla
Oscar.
O'Mara.
What he's using is a cellular telephone to do so.
Am I in trouble?
Oh.
Where did you put the dogs?
They're in their crate.
Where, out in the living room? Can you hear that? Did you hear that one? Did you hear that one?
I know I'm listening to the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you for supporting us.
That's awesome.
Nothing.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just.
Oh, that's right.
trying
She
to-
can't hear us.
She's
You
on
know,
the
we
way.
don't have
She's on the way.
doors. I don't have a
You
studio.
know, next time, that's a good idea, Mike. Next time I will put them inside the closet in their crates.
Yeah. Put them out by the
will
pool.
do that.
Anyway, that's
I will.
good. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you. Love you.
Oh, by the way, my bookie, huh?
Okay, bye.
What are you doing?
Got to take a break.
Carla.
I'm sorry, we got to take another break. She's gone. I hung up. Oh no, I think sometimes she doesn't listen to that. Okay.
I look forward,
I
though,
love you,
Mike, to
honey.
seeing. I look forward to seeing your dogs coming out of the closet.
The Gemstones.
The gemstones, the righteous gemstones.
Smelling butts. We'll take a break. Then I want to talk to Oscar about the sneaker backlash. Remember, we spent a lot of
Yes.
time
Yes.
talking about his sneakers. Want
Hard
to
to
find
do it.
out something went wrong. Hey, his wife also heard about something on the show. Not sure if it was firsthand or secondhand. We're all in trouble. We'll take a break. Come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. Sounds like you guys, was there alcohol involved this weekend?
Oh, yes, there was. The first thing you hear in the show, as a matter of fact, is Katie says to Dan, who was paneling, says, have you been drinking? He says, no, just a glass and a half of wine. I said, then you've been drinking.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Noom. Crash diets are always temporary. If you want to keep those pounds off, you have to adjust your lifestyle. I know this. You'll know this, too.
This is
and
true.
you'll know that you got somebody that's going to help you. That's called Noom. Noom helps users learn to develop a new relationship with food through personalized courses. It's all about the intergovernment, people, and they help you with that, absolutely. Noom teaches you why you do the things you do and gives you the tools you need to ditch bad habits and replace them with better ones. Noom is not a diet. It is a healthy and easy-to-stick-to way of life. My favorite part is they've got a great food database.
The best one.
And you record the stuff that's going into your body. It makes it easier. Ultra helpful when you're cooped up at home. It's the best. Oscar loves it. Carla's never looked better. Wow, you don't have to change it all in one day. Small steps make big progress. Sign up for your trial today at noom.com/TMOS. That's noom.com/TMOS to start your trial today. noom.com/TMOS. It's Noom. It will help you. You should check it out. All right, so yesterday we were commenting all day long, it seems, on the show about Oscar's
My dancing
fabulous
shoes.
footwear. Your wonderful shoes that you had. And,
You wearing them today?
Well, I have to after last night.
Of course.
I'll show them again. I'll show them once
I think
again.
I think they're beautiful.
Pull them up.
Here they are. You can make the shoe dance if you want to. Okay, there we go. That's the only one I'm going to play today.
I was just feeling it.
All right.
So you said before we started today that there was some sort of backlash about the shoes.
I make it a point, and I've said it a dozen times here, and Shannon said it on the cocktail hours, that she doesn't listen because I've asked her not to listen. And that's just a rule of thumb for any show I've ever been on, because what ends up happening for those of you at home that have never done this before is that you will say heinous things about the people you love. And things that you know, at times maybe you're just doing some shtick or having a good time, and then other times you're serious and you're venting. Right. And it's a fine line to figure out what that is. And in any sort of relationship, whether it's family, friends, they start becoming guarded around you, or they start listening to find out how you really feel about stuff. And while the shoes aren't a big deal, and if I'm being completely honest with you, yes, I was disappointed by them. These are not necessarily my style, and it seemed like a last-minute gift. But I didn't project any of that on my wife, because I was just like, oh, at least she's trying, which is more than most people have done in my life in the past.
Question, though.
As was previously discussed.
Yes, thank you.
She knows you pretty well. Do you think she could see through it?
I don't think she knows me that well.
Okay,
I don't
I'm curious.
think she does. I don't know. She doesn't. You, 24 years, you know each other inside and out.
Yeah, we do.
I don't. At 4 years, I think we're still discovering things about each other. Mm-hmm. So I don't really say anything at all about the shoes. I walk into work. Somebody at work says, "Oh, great shoes!" I'm like, "Yeah, Shannon got them for me," and I scurry into the office. I don't highlight them. I move on with life, and that's it.
And when you scurry in, it squeaks because it's tile with brand new rubber soles.
Thank you.
Squeak, squeak, squeak,
Thank
squeak.
you. So,
by the way, are you wearing that pink shirt today to kind of water down the fact that your beard structure looks like you're pledging the Banditos motorcycle?
No, I actually, Mike, I highlighted this yesterday. Got no run. Half my face is gone because I decided to trim my beard. Yeah. And it never goes, it always goes sideways. So what do? You have to start from scratch.
Yeah, it's okay to look like a Dick Tracy villain, isn't it?
Thank you.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Shannon said I looked more, she goes, more, what did she say, MS-13 than I ever have since she's known me. Yes.
It really does.
Yes.
And I'm going to back that. I'm going to back her up 1,000%.
Which I appreciate. I'm just embracing my culture. Mm-hmm. So we...
Be proud.
Right, today, if you ever wanted to really mess with people, you could get just a little ink and put a teardrop under your eye and have a great afternoon.
Yeah, they'd be like, that guy is tough with his big red shoes. So
I'd pay him money to do that. I'd pay him money to put a big teardrop under his eye right now.
I could send him a Sharpie. I'd do it.
We sit down.
Welcome to Podcast Village.
We sit down.
I'm Oscar.
I sit down for dinner, not we. So it's roughly 8 p.m. at work, and we have a production this morning after this production downtown for ESPN. And I'm sitting down around 8:30 at night at the office in the conference room because it's easy just to eat in a big open space.
Sure.
And she comes in, and I've got my Freshly. I'm enjoying it. It's the Thanksgiving Day meal that they put together in the Freshly all day. I'll take it.
Oh, it's nice.
And I was like, this Freshly's great. Can we order more of these? And she's just staring at me. I'm like, what's wrong? What happened? And I'm not the guy that like is like, where's your phone? Like, she can go through anything. I don't know what happened because I don't really do anything outside of see her and come here.
All right.
So I'm not like sneaky, like, oh, what's wrong? What's going on in my life? No. And she says, I thought you liked the shoes. And I said, what are you talking about? Now, this is when you get really animated. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she said,
you overplayed it.
I overplayed it. And she says, I saw a message on the TMOS fan club.
Oh, no.
Thanks,
about
fans.
the shoes. So I listened to the open of the show, and I heard what you said. I said, don't listen to those animals. I was like, they don't know what's going on. I was like, they read into everything. And she goes, yeah, but then I listened, and you said exactly what they said. And I said, damn it. I said, look.
Shannon, I like the shoes.
I like the shoes. And I said, they're great, but we've got a huge tile floor here. And let me show you what happened. So I got out of my chair and I walked on the tile and I went, squeak, 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 squeak.
Sorry, I said I wasn't going to play
it's fine.
That music.
And yes, I do like, I like really bright, like obnoxious shoes. And you've seen me wear those in the past.
Of course.
I think the problem I had with these, and I'm going to keep them, I'm going to wear them as long as I can to show my wife that I do like them. It's the rubber sole. And I think I didn't get to that. And Rob, you read ahead here, but you're 100% right.
I was just joking.
When
I didn't know
walk,
this was an issue.
When you walk, it literally is squeak, 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 squeak. And
how's the comfort factor?
It's fine, but it's so loud that it's obnoxious.
I don't know. Maybe it's like an ASMR
hold on, wait a minute,
thing.
Rob. Hold on. You didn't say that it's comfortable. You said it's fine. And I mean, I know Nike, and any guy knows Nike.
Yes.
They've been around for. And let's be honest, the comfort factor on Nike is not what they sell. They sell the look primarily, right?
Yeah, but for me, so these shoes. Let me show them again one more time, Mike. They have what is the sleep number of enough support here to keep you going. So they are comfortable. They're basically monster trucks.
All right, but they make a noise. So they make a noise.
They make too much noise that it's distracting.
Do you think that if you wear the rubber sole in a bit, scuff it up a bit, wear it on the street, because right now it's probably almost still shiny.
Yeah.
It might dampen the sound a little bit.
It will, or maybe I can put some felt at the bottom and then we can walk around and I'll be fine.
Or could we just throw some towels down at Podville
or
that
I
you can
could
walk on?
just wear my new, my other sneakers and be fine. So
Scott wears his Birkenstocks so long that it's like putting his foot on top of a cocktail napkin.
It creates traction.
Exactly, I do.
Right,
And I told Shannon, I said, at the root of this, and this is how we come full circle, is I don't care what the gift is. And I know I'm extremely hard to shop for because if there's something I like, I usually just figure out how to get it for myself.
Okay.
So at the root of it, I would like for you, if you're just going to get me a toiletries bag, get me a toiletries bag. Like I don't need any makeup gifts on the back end, especially if I don't make a big deal out of it. Or if you're gonna get something, don't like throw it in my face that it's last minute. Don't make me do any work for it. Like just
you know what? I disagree. I think you need to be more specific. I'm going to say this to my wife. Carla, Christmas just around the corner. Maverick by Callaway. 2 hybrids. A number 3 and a number 4. One being 22 degrees, one being 19 to 18 degrees. Maverick hybrid, regular flex. Thank you very much.
And Carla, check your phone. He just texted you links to buy them.
Yes.
So
No, you know where to go. Up the store to the old sporting goods store. That's it. So, So how did the date end with your lovely bride?
Well, I went back and sit down and continued my Thanksgiving dinner because I was hungry. And she said, well, fine. I just won't get you anything. And I said, that's fine. Just don't make a big deal out of it. Like, just let's move on. I've forgotten about it. She goes, but that's not what you said on the show. I said, the show's the show. I was like, if you know I'm upset about something, I'll tell you here and just, that'll be a problem.
Yeah.
But
he's
I'm
a
not.
monster, Rob. He's a monster. That's what he is. He's a monster.
True love is hard to find, people.
Yeah. Well, at least it's the middle of the week. You got a whole week to figure it out. Maybe it'll be all right. We'll take a break. Come back with news you may not need right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. I like the shoes. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Hey, Maddie, how excited are you that you appear to have a real football team up there in Buffalo? Big night tonight,
I've waited
right?
my entire life for this. It is so exciting. I'm wearing a Bill shirt right now. I can't wait.
All right.
5-0.
That's cool. I love that. 5-0 and playing tonight, right? Are they, Oscar? Are they playing
Yeah, I gave
tonight?
you the odds. It's right in your MyBookie odds.
Okay,
minus 3.5.
What's the spread?
Minus 3.5. I would go. Look, actually, you know what? I'm not the right guy. What would you do, Mike? Minus 3.5 on the Bills.
And they're playing
They're playing the Titans, the COVID Titans.
Take that. Take the Bills and the points. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do it. Hi, Carl.
I already made the bet. We're good.
Well, yeah, lucky you. I'm going to try. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Cornerstone. The rate on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is still at its lowest level in 50 years. That is nearly half a century. When you go by down there, not the other guy, but talk to Joanna, will you? And tell her that
Have her call you?
Well, the other guy was like, you know how it went, right? So, I mean, I'd really like to talk to Joanna. 'Cause I love Cornerstone, and I
Proud to
dealt
announce
with her
that
before.
the Spiwags have locked in at under 3.
good for you.
snap.
Yeah, everybody should take advantage of this.
It's amazing. Amazing stuff.
A mortgage broker and a lender. That's what they do at Cornerstone First Financial. Call Mark Livingstone. Here's the number, 202-625-1221. That's 202-625-1221 or online at cornerstonefirst.com. Did you know points on a refinance are not tax deductible? So when you hear a competitor quoting ultra low rates, it's beneficial to know the facts. And the fact is, you won't get a better deal anywhere else. These rates will not be this low forever, so do yourself a favor and call the only company I recommend, Cornerstone First Financial, because they did my mortgage. So remember, whether it's a purchase or refi, 202-625-1221 or cornerstonefirst.com. Cornerstone First Financial, personal attention from application to closing, and we love those guys. And if you're just walking by her, yes, you were going to say something.
I was about to text her right now if you're okay with it. After what time today is good for you?
Anytime this afternoon.
Okay.
Anytime after the show. That would be great. Hit the music, boys. Let's. There it is. Right there.
News.
Boo. There have been so many times over the years when all David Crosby had to do was not be a raging a-hole. Okay? And he failed. Well, he's done it again after Eddie Van Halen died. Eddie Van Halen, it's hard to describe when someone is so iconic that they strike a chord in someone that didn't know him. Yeah, great pun there. Someone asked David Crosby for his opinion on Eddie, and he said, quote, meh, M-E-H. Well, that got out of under a lot of people's skin. One fan told David that his comments were crude, unkind, and lacked empathy. He replied, quote, sorry, just meant he does not move me much. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this the David Crosby that basically got a new liver?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Had a liver transplant. What is it with people that get these, where modern medicine steps in and gives them a new lease on life and they're still dicks?
I think it's the narcissist in them. It just gets
they're undefeated,
highlighted.
Yeah. Also, it's been proven that the guy that donated the liver was also an asshole. So some of it came with the
with the liver.
Yes, it came with it.
It's just weird. Tracy Guns from L.A. Guns was a little more blunt in confronting Crosby. He said, quote, wrong answer as F and rude as F. There are better ways to say you don't care for someone's music. That was very disrespectful, and yes, straight out F you and your smug answer. I agree with him 100%.
I do too.
D. Snyder shared Tracy's tweet and added, quote, agreed. That said, I've always hated David Crosby and his mustache. Another fan reminded David that Eddie, quote, changed the world of guitar. I don't care whether he changed the world. What matters is Eddie moved me, and Eddie's death moved me. You have to respect that. Just because you don't feel that way about somebody, David, shut the F up, okay? Watch the documentary on him. I think he's an ass. There are a lot of these guys that nobody ever got along with because he's just a jerk. Jamie Lee Curtis isn't sure Chris Evans showed us his wiener by accident.
Hey!
I share this with you because I like Jamie Lee Curtis. On the Kelly Clarkson show yesterday, she said, quote, my question is this. He's so smart and such an unbelievably beautiful human being, I'm wondering if it was ever planned. Back when it happened, you'll probably recall that Chris posted a follow-up tweet saying, quote, now that I have your attention, vote November 3rd. At the time, Jamie Lee Curtis thinks that he did it to get people to vote.
Well, I believe Oscar posed that theory immediately.
Right.
I think Oscar beat her to it.
I just looked at it again, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
They played mother and daughter in a movie, mother and son in a movie. So at the time he posted it, Jamie Lee replied, quote, my boy, proud of him, got my attention. She's still a little horn doggy.
Yeah. They're in Knives Out. Have you seen that yet? Knives Out?
Yeah. Knives Out's a fantastic film.
Great film.
Really,
Great
really
film.
good movie. The next time you lose a ring that really means something to you, hi everybody. We ordered another one another tungsten one online. So
and this is for your finger, right?
I let Carla pick it out. We've had like 9 wedding rings. Sorry. The next time you lose one, don't give up on it.
And that's
John
just this
Cryer.
marriage.
John Cryer lost his wedding ring while he was walking along the seawall in Vancouver. He looked everywhere, but all he found was a pair of glasses. He decided to post the glasses on the lost and found section of Craigslist. Okay. When he noticed a link to a site called The Ring Finders.
Oh.
It's a directory of independent metal detector specialists.
Detector.
Pony, I know you've been looking for that second job. From all over the world who you can hire to find lost jewelry, keys, cell phones, and other metal stuff. So John got a local guy to come out, and he found the wedding ring. Hey.
Wow.
John posted a picture of the ring and the guy who found it. So it's called Ring Finders. Look it up online if you're having trouble finding it.
Is the age of metal detectors, is that like something that you would actually still do on a beach outside of one of these businesses? Like,
I always thought that the line of demarcation for people with metal detectors was the guys that wore headphones. If you have a metal detector that has headphones on it, you're in it to win it. That's the big guy.
I got to
right
say
there.
something. If you don't wear the headphones, you're going to hear the surf. Anyway, moving right along. Have you ever heard the old theory that couples in long-term relationships start to look alike over time?
Of course.
That theory comes from a study in 1987 that found couples start to look similar because they mostly ate the same diet, kept the same lifestyle, spent the same time outdoors, and laughed the same amount. A new study out of Stanford University found that's not exactly true. It's sure not in my household. The researchers ran a larger study and couldn't find any evidence that couples start to look more alike over time. But they found couples do look alike from the beginning. No.
Well, that explains why David Crosby's wife has that mustache.
They found that the average couple looks more similar than a pair of two random people on the street. So their theory is that we're just naturally drawn to people who have similar facial features because, we're all vain. I'm not sure.
Well, I don't know. We mentioned him earlier. There was a time when Valerie Bertinelli and Eddie Van Halen looked very, very similar.
With her hair when she had that 80s hair.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's hair, I think. Anyway, who do you think has a harder time this year? Extroverts who love going out and being social, or introverts who are already watching Netflix on Saturday night? A new study looked into it, and the answer surprised us. It turns out introverts have had a harder time, Pony.
Really?
Half of introverts say they've felt much lonelier this year compared to just a third of extroverts. Well, we happen to have an introvert. Let's go right to the source. Pony boy Matthew Bloom, what is the deal? Do you feel more, depressed, stressed during this COVID time?
No, actually, I enjoy it. I think it's great. It gives me an excuse not to be social.
Always something. That sounded great. I don't know what he said.
Mike, it's hard to be an introvert when you're waiting to be rescued from the well.
He said, I enjoy it. It gives me an excuse to be alone.
Save baby Matthew. He's in the well.
Hold on. Where's my microphone? I gotta see if this works. All right, hold on.
Oscar, we're going to dig a hole parallel to the well and then rescue Pony.
Mm-hmm.
Piece of cake. Nothing to it. He fell in.
I was trying to do my impression of Pony sound, but I couldn't do it. Anyway, extroverts.
He fell in the well when he was using his metal detector.
Baby Matthew.
Baby Matthew.
Thank you, Pony. It was good hearing you again. Police. Now a little something. Police. God, every time. Police, animal control, and state wildlife officers were summoned to a Florida neighborhood in which an emu was reported running loose and chasing locals on the street. I'm not making this up. This is a true story.
Right.
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office said the emu escaped on the west side of the city on Thursday, led deputies, animal control officers, and Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission officers on a chase through several neighborhoods. Witnesses said the emu was chasing pedestrians before authorities arrived and captured it. The emu was returned to its owner, a little guy with a yellow shirt and a porn mustache and sunglasses. There you go. I just wanted to have an excuse to play that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hope that sounded good, everybody. Yeah, emu. Did that come through? Did you hear that?
Perfectly.
Yes.
Loved it.
Very good. We'll take a break, come back with the audio vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. That's the end of the week, and then that's it.
Friday is it, man. That's it.
How we doing? Are people responding to our little fruitcake push, Oscar,
Well, Mike,
or can they do better?
Look, people are responding. What I would say is that you at home, remember, one is not enough.
No, no, it never is.
When it gets there, you're going to blow through it. You might not even be traveling this year for Thanksgiving. So splurge.
By the way, I know they're expensive. They are expensive. But you say one's not enough. I don't think 2 is enough. I think at least 3 and probably 4 if you want it to really last the whole year and enjoy them as much as we do. So Friday's the deadline for your TMOS
Friday.
Friday. Welcome back to the show. Here's something I'd like to pass along. According to the Declaration of Independence, we are all created equal. We want you to vote. Politicians and billionaires have one vote. You do too. This is the great equalizer, folks. I really, really want you to get out there and do your duty. Really. It makes you as powerful as any one of the mega guys in the United States of America. It gives you control over what happens in your community, your state, and this nation. Have we ever had a time where elections mattering has been more aptly demonstrated? I don't think so. It's your privilege and your duty to make sure that America lives up to its promise of equality. Make sure you're registered. Plan to vote on Tuesday, November 3rd. Vote early in your state. Do what I do. We're dropping off our mail-in ballots today to the Registrar of Voters here in Florida.
It is the last day to register to vote in the state of Virginia. I want to point this out. If you are in Virginia, you need to get registered. And it's so easy now. The libraries in Loudoun County have drop-off boxes. Anywhere you go, you can get your ballot and drop it off. So you got to do it.
Whatever state you're in, if you have any questions at all, and everybody does, I know I did. If you have any questions at all, go to vote.org. They will direct you to your state and give you the information you need so you can vote the right way. Exercise your right, please. You have a voice. Make sure it's heard. Tuesday, November 3rd, vote, because the future depends on you. And we thank you. Let's open up the audio vault for today. This is Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. Take it away, Rob.
This video is on the Mike O'Mara Show Facebook page, and if you haven't seen it, it's worth a look. A guy is out jogging on a trail somewhere up in the woods.
Watched it already.
A cougar is after him for 6 minutes, and it is so chilling, scary. The guy eventually figures out the cougar backs off if he faces it. So he starts jogging backwards, and the cougar gives him some space. But what's weird is to watch a cougar actually get into an attack pose. And Mike, you saw it.
Yeah, they splay their arms out.
Like dogs do almost. When they're playing with you.
They charge.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's terrifying. It shows you how they take people down. How they can kill somebody, and the bite of a mountain lion is severe. It's so terrifying.
You can hear some growling here, but you can also hear the terror in the guy's voice. The video is 6 minutes. It's just a highlight.
No! Go! No! Go away. Please go away. You're good. What's up, dude?
Dude,
you're scary.
Yeah.
No! No! You're not getting me, dude.
Full size, too.
Oh, huge.
No baby.
Wow. Yeah, not going back that way.
The last time the guy, he said the last time a cougar went after him that hard, she was holding her Cosmopolitan.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I want to salute the people of Sacramento who are really taking COVID seriously, Mike, because over 100 ballots have arrived that have been sprayed with alcohol. Unfortunately, this makes the ballots unreadable.
Voters do not have to worry about contracting COVID from their mail-in ballots. We understand if for that outgoing white envelope that you get that maybe the mail service carriers may have touched, you want to kind of hold that aside for 24 hours. Everything inside, the pink return envelope, the ballots themselves, they have been inserted by a machine weeks ago, so they are safe.
If you spray ink with alcohol,
hold on. What are they doing? Are they filling it out and then spraying it?
Yes, they are spraying alcohol on the ballot, which is causing the ink to run and making it unreadable. So do not spray alcohol on your ballot, okay? All right.
Oh, I didn't know that alcohol would make it run. That's amazing. I haven't done that, but I mean, that's Why
are they spraying it down?
They're spraying it when they receive it. Right?
Because they're in the mail, and they're afraid that, who knows where the ballot has come from, so let's spray it with alcohol.
So
don't do that.
So if you put like hand sanitizer on ink,
That would make it run, depending on the
we
ink.
got to do an experiment tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
See if that's the case.
I'll get my absentee ballot.
The reason is I smell a rat. I smell a rat.
Why,
I don't know if that's
a
true.
clean rat.
No, I would say that if they were saying go ahead and spray it, that would be the rat. What they're saying is leave well enough alone. Don't make the ballots unreadable.
All right, but I mean, if something's printed and you put a little sanitizer
I wonder
on a
what
package,
jurisdiction that was sent to.
Yeah, I'd be curious. I trust no one. Trust
Oscar,
no one.
Yes.
I pull sometimes audio just for you. Here's a guy that was trending on YouTube yesterday. He played all the instruments. He sang all the voices. See how long it takes for you to name a heavy metal version of this TV theme.
Oh, it's DuckTales.
Yes, it is DuckTales, but heavy metal DuckTales. Wait till they get to the hook. It's absolutely worth it. I love how hard he says DuckTales. Of course, I think the most credit for that ever has to go to our friend Ben McDaniel, who submitted this years ago. Oscar, I think that's much more pleasing to the ear.
Hey, Ben McDaniel, I do this periodically.
Yeah.
I'd love something for the show from Ben McDaniel. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want. I don't know what I'd love it. I'd love it.
I know. You know, I'll make a request.
Okay.
How about a theme for Talking Heads?
That would
Ben
be wonderful.
McDaniel theme for Talking Heads.
Mike O'Mara Show, Talking Heads. Oh, he'll do it. I know he
Mike,
will. I love that.
Have you ever played at the Carmel? It's Carmel, I guess. Carmel Country Club in North Carolina.
No, I have not. Sounds like a nice she place.
Well, it wasn't so nice when the woman came off the road, drove on the fairway, through the sand trap, and into the pond. And at least she was hard to deal with when they tried to rescue her. This is stitched together from a few camera phones. You'll actually hear the initial crash, though.
Oh, God.
Can you walk that way?
Help her through walking out. Come on, you got to get out. Get out.
Man, we just want to help you.
I know you want to help, but I can get out of the water. I see
Where's she
you.
coming from?
Hold my hand. Can I hear her say it?
That's her?
Say my name. Say my name.
So remember, when an EMT is helping you, if an EMT is helping you out of a pond as your car is submerging, like in the movie Psycho, the way you want to handle it is scream, "Say my name! Say my name!" So that's what you do if you ever play Carmel, Mike. Watch out. And we'll close with this. Today is the first annual. This is the first time they've ever done it. First annual National Herpes Awareness Day. So put that, Mike. Stop it. You haven't had a breakout in weeks. But it reminded me of one of my favorite scenes from the show The Office, in which Michael found out he had herpes.
You need to contact every woman you've been with and notify them of your herpes infestation. It's the right thing to do.
Hello?
Hi, Donna. It's Michael.
How have you been?
I have a disease for which there is no known cure that has been sexually transmitted to me. I can't even say it. H-I...
Oh, my God.
R-P-E-E-S.
Wait, you're calling to tell me that you have herpes?
No, I am calling to see if you gave me herpes, because if you did, I would be able to avoid a lot of sucky conversations.
So, if you have herpes, be aware today of all days, please. That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Tuesday, everybody.
And he misspells it. Yes. That's the funniest part of it. H-I. You gotta be a genius to write that kind of material and walk that tightrope. It still holds up and it's still funny. We need more shows like The Office. Anyway, we got to get out of here. Don't forget, we're really, really, really doing a super big push for our fruitcake futures this week.
By today.
Yeah.
By today. And get as many as you like because they're delicious. And if you eat one and you love it, you're going to want another one. That's it. We got to get out of here. For Oscar Santana, Rob Spiewak, Michael O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Before you go, please make a mental note. Today's show was made possible by the TMOS bonus packages. You can secure yours right now by going to MikeO'MaraShow.com and clicking on the red bonus banner. Buy it or give it. Either way, you're helping out TMOS, and that's a good thing. Thank you, and go in peace.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
That was a hot mess inside a dumpster fire, inside a train wreck.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
It's done, Joan. They packed your things. They're loading your car.
Well, bye.